Hi guys, Stephanie here, and we are going to do a little something today. So I have this plain chipboard, and it's 8.5 by 11, just regular size. And what we're going to do is my very special faux leather cover. But first, we need to do a little work. So I have two pieces of label paper, sticker paper basically. Just regular standard white matte 8.5 by 11 sticker paper. And I'm going to be putting this on. First, just fold it in half, okay, and then bone fold, and then I'm going to be putting the sticker paper on top here, but I don't want it to come out too far, so I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to take both of these pieces and I'm going to find my trimmer, and we are going to trim off. And so now we have two extra little bits, and I'll put that in my little bit pile. So anyway, oops, just flying stuff everywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and undo this, if I ever can. And I like to save this bit because it's really good for if you ever need to put something between pages and you don't want it to stick like glue or whatever. Like, it's a really good thing to have on hand. Alright, so I find it easier if I turn it sideways like this, and then I just line it up. Now, I'm not going to put it on the crease, I'm going to put it right next to the crease. Alright, now what we are going to do is we are going to cut. And just get rid of that. And cut. I'm sure that most of you know about this. It just makes for easier folding. And we're just doing the normal thing, fold it over. I find it easier to do that. It folds better in my opinion. And last bit there. Excellent. Alright. So the front cover part is done. Now we just need to do the back cover part. So we're going to do the same thing. Just got to separate the paper. If it ever wants to. Okay, I got it. Yay. Let's go. Let me go for a second. Just a second. Oh my gosh. Wanted to put the thing down. Jeez. Alright. So once again, we are not going to go onto the crease. We're just going to go right next to. Okay. turn this over. Oh my gosh, not hit the camera because that's just the silliest thing. Sorry about that. Again, we're going to cut the corner. Should probably cut it a little bit more than that. Here we go. And this last bit. Excellent. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, and I have a little bit of a wrinkle here. It's not that big of a deal because this is going to be covered later by your inside paper. Okay, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. All right, and now that's done. All right, we're done. Good. Have a nice day, guys. I'm joking. I'm horrible at joking. Sorry. Anyway, so now we're gonna do the part that I'm excited about. So, let me get it out. I have this pattern paper that I got from Kelly Snow's Etsy shop. It's part of the DT kit for January for me. And all the links are down in the description box, so go check it out. So I am going to just tear off a bit of this paper. There we go. Boom. And we're just going to start ripping it into bits. Okay? Don't think about it, just do it. See if that's enough, and if it's not, then we'll move on from there. Let me get my Mod Podge little kit here. Alright. Open up my Mod Podge. So, tons and tons of little scraps. I'm going to put them all up here so I can have easy access. Alright, and now, make sure we're in camera. I am. Now we're just going to start putting some Mod Podge on here. Now, let me tell you something really quick. I am going to have a plain background. We're going to put the sewing on here with Mod Podge, and then we're going to gesso over that because I would like to have a white faux leather cover for this specific journal. However, if you were just going to put the pattern paper down and then like Mod Podge over it or clear gesso, now would be the time that you would want to do any type of stamping or anything like that on here, because if you're using clear gesso, obviously this is going to be showing. Okay, so now would be the time that I would do any stamping or anything like that, but I'm going to be putting white gesso over this, and so you're not going to see any of that anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and preface that. So now I'm just going to take a bunch of Mod Podge and get this cover good and Mod Podged. Good and wet? I don't know, man. Let me see. I'm going to get out my little thing here because I don't want to get my space all messy. So yeah, alright. And because this is sticker paper, you're going to start to see this buckle because obviously it doesn't take mediums very well. I don't care. Now, I'm putting the paper on and scrunching. That's my secret. I scrunch. Scrunch, scrunch. And just make sure you're getting all the little areas, okay? Scrunch. And then that's left alone. And then just keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the whole thing, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have done a generous amount of Mod Podge on top of the scrunchies. And you'll notice, I mean, I haven't gone all the way to the edges on some, but it doesn't matter. It's perfectly fine. It's done. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. I did a generous amount of Mod Podge on top, so that way, all the bits, because, you know, you got to think it is scrunched, so there are pieces of the paper that have been folded over, and those parts aren't wet, right? And then the other parts folded over. So this way it just kind of like seals it all down. And now we're just going to go ahead and dry this, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So ideally you would want to set this aside and let it dry overnight, or for the entire day, or whatever. I just used a heat gun. There's still some wet spots. They're not on top. They're like underneath inside these bits. For me, it's fine because of what, you know, I'm going to do now, and then I'll end up letting it sit overnight or whatever. Yeah, it's just like this little pocket. Look at Anyway, but it's dry. So what we are going to do now is I am going to put acrylic, no, I'm going to put gesso, white gesso, over this. So, yeah. And you want to get in there because there's going to be cracks and crevices. So I would suggest doing a stirry type of motion here. Okay. And that gets inside of everywhere. And you know, gesso, like, it already gets inside of everywhere anyway, so. Yep. So we're just going to do this, get a little bit more, keep doing it until you get the whole entire thing. Alright, so we've now gessoed the entire thing, and so now I'm just going to kind of get some on my brush, and I'm just going to go like this, because you don't want to have swirl patterns in here. You want it to look like leather, and leather is, you know, it's rough. So I'm just going over this and getting rid of any sewing pattern paper that I still see underneath. I'm also getting rid of any type of swirl or anything that I see that's any type of, you know, pattern. So that way you make sure that it all looks good. I've been wanting to do this for a while, this white leather. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. This journal is going to be amazing. And this whole journal is going to be done with the stuff from my design team kit for January from the BYGONES variety shop. The links are down in the description box. I highly recommend going and checking out Kelly Snow's Etsy shop, BYGONES variety shop. It is great. If you want something for your junk journal, or even if you're just a scrapbooker, just a crafter, it's a great place to get stuff. She's got all kinds of great stuff. Ribbons and trims and appliques and envelopes, glassine, everything, seam binding. She's got it all, man. Bulb pins. She's got beautiful bronze quilt pens there. I just love them. She's got everything you could ever want. Go there. She's awesome. Do it. Links are down the bottom. Thank you. All right. All right. I'm fairly happy with that. So now, once again, I did toy with the idea. You know what? I might do it. Let's just do it. I have to go find it. I was looking for glitter, and I wasn't sure what color I was going to use. I've got a bunch, but I think I'm just going to go with some silver. And now, while it's still wet, is the time to do it. Not silver, I meant to say iridescent, just regular glitter. Yes. Now would be the time to do it while it's still wet, before we seal it. And it just gives it a little extra flavor. All right. Excellent. All right, now we let this dry and we'll be right back. Okay, this is dry now, and you see it's got the glitter in there. I love it. So now I'm going to do the finishing step, which is the clear gesso. Now this is my favorite brand of clear gesso. It smells so good. I love it so much. I don't care about all the other stuff, like, you know, the white gesso. Although I will say, for white gesso, don't get the Martha Stewart brand. It smells like wet dog when it is drying. Oh, I can't open this. But yeah, this stuff smells amazing. So anyway, the Art Basics Clear Gesso. I got it from Packetans, I believe, or maybe I got it off Amazon. I'm not entirely sure. But I love it. So clear gesso, and then we're just going to do a nice, generous coat over the top. Now it is going to get rid of some of the sparkle from the glitter. I don't care. Enough. You could always add the glitter after this part if that's something that you wanted to do. Now I do want to talk to you really quick about the fact that I use sewing pattern paper to make all the crinkles. You don't have to use sewing pattern paper I like using it because it's really cheap, and also you get a lot of it, right? And so that makes it easy to use. But you know how, like, when you're decoupaging with napkins and you take apart the napkins, so you have just the one layer with the actual pattern on it, that white bit that you're taking off, and I don't know if maybe you just throw it away or whatever you're doing because you're not using that part of the napkin, save that and use that to do your crinkle bits with. That's what I do if I don't have any pattern paper. So just another little, just a quick fun fact. Making sure you get all the edges. And once again, just swoosh. You don't want to have swish marks, swirl marks from having put on the gesso. So I like to do this like we did for the gesso, the white gesso part, just to give it more texture when it dries. And it's just a preference. You don't have to do this step, but I like to. And then we are going to go ahead and let this dry now. And I will be right back with the end result for the faux leather cover. Alright, now that's dry. And now you have a faux leather cover. You notice that you have any messy bits hanging over the side, such as like this area right here, or over here, whatever, just cut them off. It's not a big deal. So yeah, there you have it, a faux leather cover, and it's adorable and I love it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Make sure you check the description boxes, or the description box down below, for all the information. We have the Junk Journal Junkies ETC Facebook group, which is the best group on Facebook. It is run by Kelly Snow. Kelly Snow's Etsy shop is Bygones Variety Shop, which is where I got all the yummy goodness for the design team kit this month. And if you want to see all the awesome stuff that I got on the design team kit, go ahead and check out the video on my YouTube channel. And I really look forward to doing the rest of this journal. So it's going to be a really great month. It's going to be an awesome journal. And yeah, I look forward to having you guys in the next video. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any likes, any comments or anything like that, go ahead and leave it down below. I'll respond. And I really appreciate you guys joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.